Hello guys, and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick, and today we're looking at a beautiful, abstract, side-scrolling-ish space shooter called Leave Home. You know how much I love to bring you unique and beautiful art styles in this series, and this one is no exception. In the vein of Really Big Sky a little bit, it reminded me of. It's very different, but in some ways sort of similar. Let's take a look. It's a pretty short game. And there are actually a couple of things I'd like to show you before we get started. It actually has a kind of a unique function, something called a split shot, where if you use the right trigger, you actually can make your fire go from straight ahead of you to above and below to then behind you. So it's sort of another option to deal with, how R-Type took care of having that extra modular piece that you could clip to the front or back of your ship. So this is actually worth reading. Leave Home is designed to be a score attack game that is compelling in multiple sessions. The game is randomized and altered according to how well you play. Shooting/destroying enemies and collecting blue chips increases your anger, reflected in the transformation of the player's ship. The higher your anger, the more you will score, and the more difficult the game will become. You can die an infinite amount of times in Leave Home. Death will not end the game. Instead, your anger level is reduced, and you must wait a few seconds to respawn. The short length of the game is intended. Differences between replays can be parsed according to style and competence. Leave Home took one person 12 months to create. That says a lot. And big props to the developer for taking that time to make something quite beautiful, which I still have yet to show you, but we're getting there. And there are some unlocks to work towards, so it's not like this is a completely shallow experience as far as like one shot does it. There's more to get to. So I haven't gotten them yet. I've played through it close to twice, once just to get a feel and another time to get the recording started. So this is not blind, but close. I mean, it's randomized, so there are elements of it that are going to be pretty blind. And I imagine we might play through this once or maybe even twice, considering it's maybe 5 minutes long, give or take. So already, the second the game starts, you'll get a feeling for the art style of it, which is quite cool. Everything's got like this exploding with light techno look to it, like LED lights. Everything's very neon glowing. Wow, okay, well I died already. And it goes without mentioning, this game is also very difficult. And it's difficult just to even navigate through this without dying. But I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, there's two. Thankfully, it doesn't matter, like I said before, how many times you die. But aside from comparisons with the game I mentioned previous, I would also see a little bit in like everyday shooter with some of these sort of nondescript enemies that we're fighting. You gotta take out these cubes, apparently. Very unforgiving, I find. I haven't really shown the game that I'm particularly good at it yet. It's still beating the hell out of me. I actually think I did better on my first try. So this area is constantly shifting around, like the camera keeps moving all about the ship in all different ways, and the only way to score points here is to knock those red nodes off of all these blocks. Should be mentioned, aside from the quite pretty graphics, the sound design is very interesting as well. I'm sure you can hear the abstract bleeps and bloops going on in the background, and I think they very well reflect what's going on the screen. Wow, this seems like it's going even faster than the first time I did it this time. I'm probably not going to survive this. Ugh, close. I love those little gyrating kind of green shapes. I'm not even sure what to call anything here, but all of it's very cool to look at. This is totally taking me back to R-Type right now. Probably an intentional influence. Because anyone who would take the time to create something like this has definitely played a few shooters of a similar vein. Trying to sort of concentrate at the same time as I'm trying to think of what to say here. But it is definitely a sensory overload, and I gotta keep working my way down because these things will keep attacking. Oh man. Okay. Alright, this time I'm gonna have to navigate through a series of progressively smaller gaps as the camera forces me forward. Should probably be flipping my shots around quite a bit more because I could be getting many more points than I am. Doing fairly well in this level, actually. This is one I definitely died a few times with on the first try. And here is a boss. And, oh, okay. Some definite bullet hell influences here, I can tell that for certain. It may not be death smiles or anything, but it's definitely hard regardless. One criticism, I kind of wish the death animation was a little bit faster, because it seems to need to spark about 4 times before you can restart. Could just be to give you a chance to sort of reboot your mind so you're not... Oh, that's... Wow, I can't believe I dodged that. But if you don't get that little few seconds between lives, it might just mean, you know, the second you come back, you're just going to die again. So, I'm sure there was a reason behind it. It's just sometimes it's frustrating when you die in a position where you know you were stupid and you shouldn't have been in there in the first place, and then you gotta wait. Sometimes to die immediately again afterward. Alright, so I gotta get under here, watch out for this laser, obviously. Quite hard to deal with these two guys. I can't believe I lived through that. And aiming your shots like this is not really very easy. You can hold the trigger at exactly the position you want it at, but I'm not very good at it yet. I think I'm actually maybe exploiting the game a little... Oh, wow. Wow, it's over already. Okay, well that was awfully quick. I did get a much better shot at those bosses last time. Didn't really work out so well for me this time. Failed everything, did a miserable job. I fired some more shots this time, so I guess that's good. Somehow I'm supposed to fire 50,000 bullets. I fired 10,000, and that's not very great. Let's try again. Alright, let me go. I wonder if I can kill those if I'm fast enough. So I gotta grab as many blue chips as I can on my way to start the first level. No idea how I'm supposed to know where they're supposed to be, but I'm trying. Alright. Too bad I don't have a Konami code for this. Oh, crap. Alright, looks like the game was adapting to my apparently incredible abilities. And there seems to be landmines or something now. I don't remember seeing those in the first play. And I also don't know how I'm supposed to get that from the other end. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm dead. Well, I think I lasted longer this time than I did the first time. Ah! I never claimed to be amazing at these games, but I did claim to appreciate their art, so I will stick to that. Die, 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 die! Oh. Man. I kind of wish the first level lasted a little longer, the first area. Because I'm sort of getting into it, and then it's like all of a sudden I'm shifting gears again. Which is fine. I get this could be like more of a micro-experience, like WarioWare-style space shooter, where it's sort of yanking you along at a pace that it wants to dictate, not that you want, or you can. And that's fine. We're under the developer's control, obviously. Fallow field. I don't know, I'm wishing there were a little bit more, like, a few different sort of random areas, maybe? Or maybe, like, a few different progressions you could go down, other than, it seems like the same 4 or 5, I think it's 4 areas. No, actually it is 5, because then we go back to the spinning wheel deal, and then we go on to the final boss. Oh, alright, this is different. I actually saw this the first time I played it. Yeah, there were a few cascading ramps of some sort. And maybe it has something to do with how many times you die, whether or not you get to stay in these areas, because I was doing pretty miserably in the first area, to be honest. It would be kind of cool if this was just maybe like a mode within a bigger game, that you could choose to play like the full level out in each one, or it would go to some sort of a conclusion. Okay, the camera's definitely moving in different ways this time, so there are some noticeable randomized elements to this. And then we go on to the boss again. Alright, this time I think I have a better idea what to do. I need to take out these paddles as quickly as possible. Try to stay on the inside if I can. Alright, that seemed like it worked out fairly well. Now I need to get under it and try and hold exactly... Oh, wow. Looks like I killed it. Or with the help of the giant white laser. Oh, damn. My score is definitely looking a bit better this time. And now I need to figure out a way to get through this guy. Holy crap. Alright, turn it around. Oh no, that didn't work. I'm pretty sure I have a short time limit for how long I can deal with this boss before it just gives up on me and says you're pathetic and leaves. So hard to actually focus on firing in any specific spot when I'm just trying to deal with the lasers incoming. Crap. It's really holding out hope that I might be able to really attack the crap out of him, but it's not really working. He's gonna leave any second, I know it. Unless he's impressed with the fact that I could kill his bro. Come on, let's finish this off, guys. Come on. Yeah! Awesome. Well, I may have killed it, but that doesn't mean I did great. I should probably still be firing shots in case that's still counting towards the overall counter. Hey, I got past 50,000. For a score, anyway. Keep firing. Till it forces me to leave. Is it gonna force me to leave? There is a little timer up in the corner there that's doing something. Let's see what it does. Okay. Check my notes. Fail, 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 lock, lock, locked. Okay, I guess I didn't do anything that great. So somehow I'm supposed to get 33,000 more bullets than I fired. I'm not sure. I thought I was firing for pretty much the entire experience. And 150,000 points, so I need 3 times more than I got. And 3 carriers, 1 game, I'm assuming that means 3 deaths. Destroy... I don't know if that's M-O-F-A or M-O-C-A. The font's a little weird, but I should be able to read it still. Yeah, it's an F. Mofa. Full difficulty. Destroy Mofa. No death. I don't know what Mofa is, but I'm going to assume it's probably the end boss. So if you can beat this entire game without dying, then you are a better man than I. Oh, man. So that was Leave Home. Little game I'd never heard of until today, and I'm really glad I had. It's hard as hell, but, you know, beautiful to look at, fun to play, nice short burst of enjoyment, and it looks like it gives you some pretty tough goals to work toward. So if you're into these very sort of masochistic, difficult space shooters, I think you'll probably really get into this one, especially if you're really into the art style, which I totally am. So I would definitely recommend checking this one out. I will put the pertinent link in the description as I usually do, so feel free to go over there and hit up the developer. But as usual, head on over to facebook.com/indieimpressions where I post every night's video. You can feel free to leave comments there, on YouTube, on Twitter, wherever you like. And my Twitter handles are, as always, at RockLeeSmile or at indieimpression. Feel free to suggest any new games you might know about that I don't. That's how I find out about them, guys. Send me lots of messages. I'll be happy to chat with you about just about anything. And I look forward to hearing from you. So thank you very much for watching another episode, and I'll be back tomorrow with yet another.